Okay, this is the second video on Stephen Covey's very influential and famous self-help, leadership, management book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He has given many lectures online which you can watch, in which he discusses what those 7 habits are. But this video is about the second habit, the second chapter of the book. He asks right from the outset, what do you want people to say about you at your funeral? He asks the reader of the book to imagine they are going to their own funeral and they look down in the casket and they see themselves. He asks the reader to contemplate what they would like people to say about them, what kind of person they were, what contributions they made, what family members would be there, and what their achievements and accomplishments were. So perhaps a little bit morbid, you could think, but actually this is something that Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, I think, did talk about the idea of writing your own eulogy. And in Stephen Covey's view, starting with the end in mind, this is what the chapter is called. It's about having a vision, a plan, a destination for your life. Because then all of the other decisions that you make are going to be aiming in the right direction, in the same direction, and they'll be in harmony with achieving your goals and your aspirations. So it's a little bit of a strange exercise in a sense, you know, to imagine your own funeral, but he does recommend deep thoughts, possibly going out into nature, to be alone, to seriously consider what it is you're trying to achieve in your life, and to start with a vision, or he often calls it a mission statement. So you write down all of the different things that you want to achieve in your life. In the chapter, he says there are essentially 2 creations. The first creation occurs in the imagination. It occurs in your mind. So you think about what you want to build. So if you think about a house, before you start laying the foundations, putting the bricks in place, you need to first of all have an image or a picture in your head of what the house is going to look like. So you sort of picture in your mind's eye what the house will look like, the size of it, the shape of it, where it will be, how many windows there are, how many rooms there are. And you would come up with a blueprint, a design, a framework, a mission statement before you start building the house. So there's the act of imagining what that house will be like, and then there's the act of creating it in reality. And this is what Stephen Covey is encouraging people to do in the second chapter. Not only coming up with a personal mission statement, so a list of objectives, a list of goals that the person wants to achieve during their lifetime, but to have one for the family or the organisation. So he recommends that families also democratically write out mission statements, and he gives examples in the book of families that, you know, they write out on a piece of paper how our home is going to be one of order, one that is tolerant, one that is productive, where individuals settle arguments through discussion and through rational thought and talking, and that they encourage each other to achieve their own goals, and that there's routines in place, there's a sharing of responsibilities, there's patience. What essentially Stephen Covey is saying throughout the book is that there are a number of timeless principles, including integrity, honesty, generosity, service, excellence, courage, and that one should make these attributes, these characteristics, part and parcel of how they conduct themselves on a day-to-day basis. But the writing out of a plan, of a constitution, will help structure someone's life and align it with a destination that they want to reach. So if you remember last week, chapter 1 is all about you are the programmer. You can determine your journey in life. And chapter 2 is about writing the program, writing out the destination, writing out the code of conduct, if you will, that you wish to follow, and the ideal person you wish to be. And of course, you know, he said in talks that he has given that this can change, it will evolve as the person grows older, they become more experienced, they mature. The mission statements can evolve and change, but essentially, if it's rooted in the timeless principles, then it's will be continuous. And maybe some of the goals will change slightly as circumstances unfold, and you know, the nature of reality is very unpredictable, so some level of adaptation is going to always be there. But to anchor one's life in timeless principles is obviously going to be very helpful. He often says that, you know, people are very busy, many people are very busy, but they're not very effective. And part of this is because they're climbing the ladder, but the ladder is on the wrong wall. It's leaning on the wrong wall. So they get all the way to the top, only to realise they've wasted their time, because what they've climbed is not important. It's not aligned with achieving a big goal, an aspiration, something they deeply want, what they're doing. You know, it's a bit like a dog chasing its tail, expending a lot of time and energy and thought, getting quite stressed. But are they moving towards a higher goal? Are they moving towards a better version of themselves? And so it's quite a thought-provoking chapter. It's about thinking about your life 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, and where you want to be, and how you want to improve and what you want to achieve during the course of your life. To show you the front cover, this is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is chapter 2. Next week we'll take a look at chapter 3.